Friday morning, everybody. I'm Sistina Giordano, sitting alongside Lindsay Rachel, and I was going to lead in by saying TGIF, but I've just come to learn that it is not this lady's Friday.
Nope.
It's her Wednesday, so I feel guilty saying that. It's Happy Hump Day.
Thanks so much.
Happy Hump Day, and you'll get to Friday eventually, or your Friday,
Eventually.
I should say, right?
Yeah.
But first time of us, it's a TGIF. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great to be back here. I'm excited. Yeah.
There we go. Well, listen. Okay, so you as a meteorologist know a lot about snow days. They sort of come into play with your work because teachers and students sometimes count on you to give them.
Yeah, they think some students think we dish them out, but it is not us.
It's Mother Nature.
It's
but
Mother
people
Nature.
think it's you, right?
Yes, yeah.
Because it depends on the forecast and what you say.
Right.
Well, apparently in Rhode Island, they are saying that they are going to do away with snow days because they've had such success with virtual learning.
I find this fascinating, and I know the kids are not, but I think that makes sense. So instead of, if you can't get to school, you learn online. If it works, then that's great.
Right.
Not great for the kids, but I mean, at least then you can continue learning and get out of school on time, like at the end of the year.
I guess you're right, yeah. And I was, initially I was like, well, what are the parents going to do? But the parents are out of luck regardless.
Yeah.
Because if it's a snow day, they don't know what to do with their kids. And if it's not, they don't know. Yeah.
You know, I think a lot of parents now, too, a lot of companies are going to realize that maybe we don't need to be in a physical building. People can work from home.
That's true,
So it applies to the parents, too,
yeah.
I think.
I can't tell you how many people have said to me that either they've taken new jobs or within their current job that they're not going back into the office, for quite some time.
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
This whole pandemic has really changed things a lot.
And it's amazing what you can do when you're not at your desk. That's what blows my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, the possibilities these days are pretty endless, so that's pretty fantastic.
Yes.
You saw this yesterday, and I thought this was interesting. Lady A, right?
Yes, they've been
now
to
known as Lady A.
Yeah, Lady Antebellum have been to the AMP. I've seen them in concert. They're amazing. And I think they're just a great group. Now, what do you think of this? So they went from Lady Antebellum to Lady A because Antebellum means before the Civil War, when slavery was still legal.
Right.
What do you think about the change? Because there's kind of a mixed reaction.
Well,
on Twitter.
first I should say this, that I didn't know what antebellum meant, and maybe that means I'm ignorant, and I don't know if I can play the Canadian card, because quite literally our history is very different. So we don't learn about, I mean, we touch on the Civil War, but it's not the same because you don't grow up in this country.
Right.
So I didn't know what antebellum meant. I didn't really think much of it. I know that they're now known as, they said that their fans started calling them Lady A, and so that seems like a good thing, and they had no, rhyme or reason to not change it, and now they feel like they do. I think it's fine. I really don't know what to say about it, if I'm being totally honest.
Well, the band members say that they were embarrassed that they didn't take the word's implications into consideration sooner. The change to Lady A comes amid the renewed national discourse on race following the police killing, right? But what they said on Twitter, too, was that they spoke with their friends. They got a little bit more educated, and I think that's great to, I mean, if you don't know something, learn about something. Right. And it's their band. I think if they're making a change for the better, and they spoke with their friends, and they said, this probably isn't right. Most of their fans call them Lady A anyway, so.
Right. Well, the other side of it is, though, is that, like, I read other articles that said people had called for them to change their name a few times prior to this all happening, and they sort of ignored it. So, and I don't know if that's accurate, right? And like I said, I think it's great if they're listening, and like we all are these days, we're all listening and talking. But I think we should always be doing that. And I don't know if I'm going to get myself into trouble. I really walk a fine line on what to say and what not to say.
I think education is a good thing, and people should be maybe more open to it or accepting to it. If you
I think
can
so,
listen to
too.
other people,
and
then that's always
their
great.
music is great. I'll give them that. I mean, so it's not going to change the music they create,
No.
right? So
No.
if it makes them feel better and if it makes their fans feel better, then I think it's a good decision, right?
Agreed.
There we go. What else do you want to talk about? There's quite a few things here.
How about the AMC?
Okay. Oh, are
AMC
you a
to
big
reopen?
movie theater person?
So when I was a teenager, I was.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of a germaphobe. My friends
Even more so now, then, Lindsay.
Yes, but I would always go to the movie theater like in a sweatshirt because it's cold in the first place.
Right.
But second of all, like I'd have my hood up so I wouldn't have my the back of my head touching the headrest.
Oh, you're hardcore. Oh my gosh, the things you learn.
My mom's probably watching this like, yes, Lindsay, yep, she's a little weird. But I personally don't mind. Now, like that I'm older, I don't really go to the movies because it's expensive.
Yeah,
I like being in the comfort of my own home. And I rented a movie the other day for $2.99.
On your TV.
On my TV.
Yeah, or you could get like Redbox or Netflix nowadays. I mean,
yes.
yeah. Well, they're saying that they're going to open. That's why we're talking about this. They said that they'll be able to see films on the big screen starting next month. And so that's why I asked, would you go? I don't know that I would go running to a movie theater right away.
And then my reaction is that with all the available stuff on Netflix, on like rentable stuff from your own home,
Yeah.
that I'm gonna take the choice to stay home.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry, movie theaters.
It's okay. I'm with you. I mean, yesterday Eddie was out and running all over the place, and then he was like, I'm just gonna get into my bed. I'm like, oh, no, you're not with those clothes. And I had to have a whole conversation about the pajamas versus the work clothes. Anyway, the poor 4-year-old was like, okay, I'm not getting into bed, Mom.